Today I'm going to convince anyone who isn't yet convinced that social media is the best career to get into no matter what. There's so many other careers in the world and you might have different ideas of what you want to do. But in my opinion, no matter the thing that you want to do, social media is still going to be the most suitable role for like virtually 99% of the population. And it's so easy to do as well. So let's get started. Everyone thinks that social media is like some hokey pokey career. I mean, not everyone, but most people that I interact with, they don't actually believe that it is like a legit way to get into a career or something. They've seen all these big social media content creators pop up over the couple last years who are literally making millions now. Like we all know about Mr. Beast, we all know about Logan Paul and all these other creators that make millions and millions a month. But still, for some reason, people don't believe the potential that this has. Well, let me tell you, this is not just some random career now that isn't going to make you a lot of money or might make you a lot of money. It is basically guaranteed that if you put in the work, you will get somewhere. It is that easy on social media now. The reasons why social media is, in my opinion, something that everyone needs to start doing is because of all these reasons that we're going to go through. And me personally, I've started social media and I have always wanted to be a social media content creator. Like a lot of people in my generation, being a YouTuber is one of those things which is like the main career path everyone wants to be. But it's sort of like a dream path that people think is it's one of those things like back in the day people wanted to be astronauts. Well, no, it's something that you can realistically just start today with no effort. Like look at what I'm doing right now. All I've got a mic, I've got my webcam, and I've got my laptop on which I've just made some Google slides and I'm going to tell you guys what to do. Now, by the end of this video, I hope to at least convince someone to start this journey like I've started this journey, and to actually start making this a real thing instead of just some hokey pokey dream. The first reason why I think social media is the best career to get into nowadays is because there's no limit to how much you can make. Like genuinely, I mean this, there is no limit. While yes, there are people like Mr. Beast and Logan Paul that make millions a month, which is an insane number for any of us. Most people right now, the people that are watching this, they're either not making any money or they're making about 4 figures a month, which an average content creator can easily make. You know, people, the creators you see on like YouTube that have less than 100k, sometimes even the ones that have like 10, 20k, they are making 4 figures a month by just doing some simple things like monetizing their channels in any way possible. Now, I know YouTube's not the only social media site out there. There's Twitter or X, there's TikTok, Snapchat, Instagram. They're all the same in this way that you can put in the same-ish amount of effort and get real results out of there. And I'm talking about like 4 figures a month easily. And not even in the UK, for example, right now, to get a job is so difficult. But once you get a job, it's a full-time job where you're giving up like 5 days of your week. And you will still end up making like 2 grand, maybe 3 grand a month if you're lucky, at my age at least. But on social media, you could be making so much more with a small following. And I mean small following, like people who have 10k, 20k subscribers. And that's a realistic goal to get to as well. You could be making much more than that a month. Now, there's many ways to monetize like a YouTube channel or a TikTok or Snapchat page. And those are affiliate marketing. Now, people who don't know what affiliate marketing is when you have like a product that you promote, a service or whatever it is, and it's someone else's, it's not yours. You just provide a link. So you're the middleman who's connecting a business or a product to the consumer. And for that, businesses will give you a small percentage of making that sale for them. So this can be any percentage depending on what you're promoting exactly. But how this is usually done is when you see people promoting a product, they have like a link or a promo code that they give people for like a special discount or something. Whenever they use that, the creator gets a small cut out of that. And so far I've seen most content creators, one of their main income sources are actually affiliate marketing, believe it or not. I know a lot of content creators whose like biggest portion of their income is actually the affiliate marketing that they do, not even the ads. And that's the second thing, the ads on videos. Now I know TikTok does this. Once you get 10k followers, you can get into the creators reward program, start getting paid based on views. YouTube has done this since day one, like they were the first ones I think to do this. And you know that watching a YouTube video, when you get ads on there, or if you've got premium even, the portion of those ads goes to the creator. And this is one of the big ways to make money as well. But first you need like 1k followers, 1k subscribers on YouTube to do this, but that's something that's very achievable. And the third way is brand deals and sponsorships. We all know what these are. Like, I don't need to baby it for you. I don't need to spoon feed you this information. You know, people, like, for these sponsorships, people get paid. That's it. And the fourth way is launching your own brand. Most creators who've got a solid following, they start something of their own, whether that be like a product or a digital service, like a course. And this is a really, really big way people make their money as well. And the final way is like Patreon or Buy Me a Coffee. Some people might know about this. People have links down below where you can literally just straight up donate to the person. And people do that. And Patreon is a really nice way to build a closer following and also get like a good side income as well, especially if you have like a really niche channel where you've got like a dedicated community. So these are just the main ways that people monetize their YouTube channels, TikTok, Snapchats, Instagrams. They're all the same at the end of the day. These are the main ways you can make money off them. Another reason why I think social media is an amazing, amazing career is because it's meaningful work. You can make any sort of content that you want. It can be about anything, to like anything that is dear to you, and it will connect with some sort of person, because there's always some sort of person that wants to watch whatever you want to say. Like, for example, if you're into skating, I'm not into skating, you might not be into skating, but if you are, there's so many people that want to watch that sort of content. You could make it about anything, and there will be people out there. There will be a community for you. And this way, you can actually make an impact on people's lives. You could be entertaining, that's meaningful. You could be educational, that's meaningful. If you're making a difference in anyone's life, whether that is even to lighten their day, you're making a difference. If you're working like a full-time job in, let's say, like Tesco or something, are you really, really doing some meaningful work? It's a thankless job, to be honest. You won't really be fulfilled within your soul knowing that you're making a difference somewhere. And thirdly, you will get a lot of love. Most creators get so much love. Yeah, there's hate out there, but come on. Compared, the proportions to hate and love that you get in social media is crazy. It's something that's really, really going to like warm your heart and make you feel like you're actually doing meaningful work. Like I said again, as long as you don't turn out to be like some weirdo, because there's a lot of those as well on the internet nowadays, especially with all that drama coming out. You guys know what I'm talking about. So yeah. And this one is the biggest one for me, to be honest, and that is location freedom. It's in the name. You could be anywhere in the world doing social media and you could get paid for it. And you could get paid more than a normal person who's working a 9 to 5. Clock in, clock out. Bro, you're making more, and you could just get up and go anywhere you want. Yeah, it's the same thing with like remote jobs and stuff, but even with those, sometimes you have like hours that you need to commit to. With social media, you don't. But unless you're doing freelancing or social media, location freedom is like a big, big thing. For me, I want to travel the world, and I don't want to be stuck in one place. And for me, social media can provide that for me. And for a lot of people, like, even if you don't have the dream to travel, wouldn't you genuinely like to just have the freedom to go wherever you want and still be able to get paid? And of course, there's no boss, there's no holiday to book. You don't need to answer to anyone. Now, you are not trading time for money. This is also a very, very important thing for people who want freedom and want to escape this like rat race that we're living in, this capitalistic world that we're living in. You don't want to be trading your time for money. Why? I've run the maths because I was actually surprised by this, since like I was doing a full-time job a while back, and I just realized how much time out of my life I'm giving to just work. And come on, we've got one life on this planet. Are you really gonna, be working 40 hours a week? 5 days a week. I've run the maths. Look at the maths. It's on the screen. 52 weeks out of the year. Maybe 4 weeks you're on holiday. 336 days are like you're working in the year. 96 of those are your weekends. So 240 days in the year you are at work. And cool, you could say, oh, but I'm only working like 8 hours a day, 10 hours a day, whatever. But still, the whole day is basically dedicated to work, isn't it? You wake up, you get dressed, you eat your breakfast, whatever. Everything is just work that day. You barely get any time to yourself or to your family. And according to that, 65% of days in a year are spent working. Now imagine you're doing this for years. Bro, you've literally given up so much of your life just to survive. You're probably working paycheck to paycheck. Things are not getting cheaper. Wages are not increasing by that much. Yeah, cool, you might be promoted and you might get a raise, which is in line with inflation. No. I cannot believe that people want to spend their whole lives like this when there's such an easy way out, and that is social media, in which you don't even spend that much time and you still get paid more. Now, it opens the doors for a lot of other opportunities as well. Like, once you've actually got a following, it's so easy to network. You can network with other creators and you can network with high profile individuals. Why? Because once you've got a following, that's sort of like that's your verification that, oh, you're an important person. Now, you may or may not agree with this, but it's true. If someone has like 100,000 on Instagram or something, they can easily DM someone who is also a high earner business person, and they will listen, they will read that message, and they will want to work with you. And you can network easily like that. If you're no one, to be honest, you are not going to be able to sit in those high earning networks where people are working with like-minded individuals, people who make a lot of money, people who have business opportunities. Second, you can work with brands. Brands want to collab with people who have attention, who have people that will listen. Brands will want to work with you. Easy. It's literally that simple. You know that guy, Kabi or something, that guy who's the most followed person on TikTok. I've seen his like posters in central London working with Hugo Boss or something. And that guy just makes TikToks about, oh, look, this is not how you're supposed to do it. And he doesn't even talk. I've never even heard his voice. And this guy's the most followed person on TikTok. That just goes to show you could literally do anything and still have a following. And you can even get jobs at some places. Like as a journalist, as a researcher, or just so many jobs nowadays, because everything is so like digital marketing. There's no more like physical marketing left. Like, it's all dying out. So a lot of these firms, they're looking for people who are business savvy, who are social media savvy. They know how to run this digital age. And being a creator allows you to then be able to communicate with these firms, and they might actually hire you to make content for them or run marketing for them or whatever it can be. It will open opportunities for you. And it can even be used as a stepping stone to start a business. Once you have a following, you can start a business, you can start a product line. And you've basically got like that first set of customers just ready. So easy. It's so easy. And all in all, if it doesn't happen, if you don't succeed with social media, which is basically impossible if you're actually staying consistent with it, you've gained invaluable skills, which, like I said, you could use to get jobs at other places. And for me, this is also a very, very big one. Obviously, I wrote this whole thing, so these are things that are important to me, obviously. You don't have to answer to anyone. I hate having to go into work anywhere and there being someone who's just chatting shit, who's just telling me, who's scolding me or telling me off or ordering me around, bossing me around. I can't take it. Some people might be okay with it, and fair enough, you have more patience than me, but it just actually it infuriates me so much when someone talks down to me, and that's usually the kind of environment you'll find at like work, full-time work. Now, you have the ability to do whatever you want as well. Everything is at your behest, which is a blessing and a curse, by the way. I won't say it's the best thing, because sometimes you have so much freedom that you don't actually put in the work that you're supposed to do. But if you're able to, it is a blessing. Because right now, I'm making this video. Let's say social media is my full-time work. If I shut this camera, if I shut this, I just go lie in my bed. I can do that. And I can get up half an hour later and I can continue this video if I want. I can do whatever I want. In fact, later on, you might actually have people working for you, because once you start growing on social media and you want to continue growing, it's best to hire a team to do your editing, to do your research, scripting, thumbnails, whatever it might be. And you just have to sit down and talk to the camera. Maybe you don't even have to do that. Maybe you can automate your whole business by hiring everyone to do everything for you, and you're just the owner and taking all the profits. It's insane to think about, isn't it? And the myth of oversaturation. This is something I don't want you guys to get into and be like, oh, social media, it's already so competitive. There's thousands and thousands of people making content. Okay, exactly. There's thousands and thousands of people making content. And they're doing all right. They're doing very, very well, actually. Social media is not falling off anytime soon. Anytime soon. What, do you think people have been using social media less and less? What do you think the trend is? People are using it more. Growth. There's so much growth on social media. Now you see even uncle, aunties, everyone is on their phones for the whole day. And this screen time is just increasing. It's not decreasing. Everyone's on social media. It is like the most important thing in a lot of people's lives. That's how they spend most of their free time. Come on. Get on that. There is nothing more to capitalize on in this world. And don't let the competition discourage you, obviously. Yeah, cool, there might be a lot of competition, which there is. But you know what I used to think? I think it was like 2018, because I've wanted to be a content creator, a YouTuber, since like 2015, when I was like, 12 or something. I was like, I want to be a content creator, YouTuber, because I used to spend so much time on YouTube. I grew up on YouTube. And I remember in 2018, I wanted to start a channel, and I thought to myself, it's too much competition. It's too oversaturated. The time has gone to succeed on social media. And can you imagine if in 2018 I had started social media? Where would I be now? Where? Same thing right now. If you let yourself think it's impossible now, in 5 years' time, you're going to be like, oh, if I started then, yeah, it would have been a madness. And it would have been. So just start it now. Don't let your future self regret it. We do have to talk about some cons, because it's not all sunshine and rainbows over here. You do have to put in some work, and there are cons to starting social media, even though it's the best thing to do. First, you have to do it for free. At first, you do have to do it for free. Probably months. Unless you're lucky and you really, really put in the right kind of work, right kind of, like you do everything right and you don't fail at any point. It will at least take you 6 months before you start seeing some real money coming in, which is okay. You don't have to treat it like a full-time job. If you treated it like a full-time job, I'm not gonna lie, you'll probably be making money by month 2. But if you just do it on the side, as much as you can, and by as much as I can, I mean like you're at least putting in a few hours a day, maybe 1 or 2 hours a day. In 6 months, I can promise you, you'll be in places you would never think you would be at. Like, you would never expect how much growth you can do in those 6 months. And the second one is, it's not a linear path. Like, you won't just always be going up like that, straight up. There will be ups and downs. There will be times where you're getting no views, sometimes you're getting lots of views, sometimes you're getting lots of money, sometimes you're not getting that much money. And it is up and down a lot. But generally, if you're consistent, it will be going up, but just not in a linear way. And you will get demotivated, you will get stuck. Maybe you'll have that like writer's block, you don't know what to make anymore. But there are ways out of this. Motivation is temporary. You need to be disciplined about this. You need to treat it seriously. And whenever you're stuck, you just have to get unstuck in any way. Like, just make whatever you want. It's not so much about if everything you make is top tier quality, but just the fact that you showed up is the fact that is the most important. If you just show up every day, you will be fine. Trust me. And there's also no guarantee as to how much money you will make. At first, when you start making money, there will be lots of ups and downs. But once you actually do start getting into those like five-figure numbers, it will still be up and down, but you will be making much more than you need. And another con is you might have to show your face. Now, this is not necessary to start social media. Lots of people don't show their face and still become very, very famous. And to be honest, showing your face is literally just a choice on social media at this point. Even back in the day, like for example, how to basic, yeah, I don't know who that is, but it's such a big channel, isn't it? So you don't have to show your face, but you might have to, and that can be a con if you're going to be in the public light and you don't want to be like famous. And yeah, the last one is you might actually achieve your dreams. Now that is scary to a lot of people. I know a lot of people, they stay in their comfort zone because they're afraid of the uncertainty of what if I actually succeed? What if I actually make it? But let that be exciting. Don't let that drag you down. If you actually want to make it somewhere in life, just start. Just start. But yeah, guys, I hope everyone enjoyed. And if you made it so far, you're ahead of most people. Thank you for listening. I hope this is going to be the start of a great, great journey. As it is for me, I hope it is for you as well. And yeah, guys, if you actually enjoyed this video, like, come on, just bang a like, give me that subscribe button, and let me know in the comments if you want more content like this, or what kind of content you want, or if there's any questions about this that you want to ask. I'm more than happy to answer. But yeah, thanks, bye.